Hello everyone, I am Sarah Jimomi, your host, and welcome back again to the Investment and Business Development Talk Series in collaboration with IDAN, Government of Nagaland, NetFi, and Entrepreneur School of Business. Today we are checking into the world of tourism, from hotels, homestays, and travel agents to sustainable models and celebrating local culture through hospitality. Tourism isn't just about travel, it's about people, place, and purpose. Let's explore how Nagaland can shine as a meaningful and mindful destination. And before we begin the discussion, I am thrilled to welcome three phenomenal, amazing panelists today, this afternoon. So I request our panelists to kindly introduce yourselves.
Yeah. Hi everyone, my name is Pelevizo. I am from Khonoma village. By profession, I'm a filmmaker and photographer. I am the proprietor of Akikibin. That's why I'm here. Yeah, and hoping to have some more inside talks with the talks later on.
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Pekindibo and Nring, known as Candy. By profession, I'm a cyclist, and then I'm here on behalf of the Graduates Cycling Club. And currently, I'm serving as vice president. Yeah, that's all.
Hello, my name is Neikedolie hiekha. I'm the proprietor of Naga Bivouac. It's a tour operation based in Khonoma, and I also look after Dovipi Inn, B&B based in Khonoma. Yeah, thank you.
Well, thank you so much for your wonderful introduction. Yeah, thank you so much. I understand every one of us has our own busy schedules, but thank you for accepting our invitation and taking your time out to have such an insightful discussion. And I'm really hoping that we can have a very fruitful discussion over this time. Thank you. So to begin with, Sir Pele, I would like to start with you. So as the proprietor of Aki Cabin, so what really inspired to build Aki Cabin in Khonoma, and how personal is this space to you?
So Akikibin was generally I started during COVID season, where everyone went back to their own village. Everyone are not able to go out of the village. Yeah, so I'm stuck in a home. I did a prototype of the house, the cabin that I really want to build someday. So that's how the cabin initially started, and then one of my friends introduced me to coffee. So that's how I started to plant coffee in a farm, and then I started, planning to build a small hut, and then the Akikibin started. That's how, the journey of Akikibin started during the time of COVID, actually.
I haven't been to Aki Cabin yet, but trust me, I've heard so many positive feedbacks about my friends visiting your cabin over there. So I'm really looking forward, to have my own personal experience over there. So also I do have a question again. That is, running a nature-based cabin in a remote area like Khonoma must come with a very unique challenges also. So what were some of the biggest logical or maybe an environmental hurdles that you had to face?
For logistically, because of the transport and everything, because it's also, for your information, Akikibin is not motorable, so you'll need to walk a little bit from the road to reach the cabin. Okay. So that is also one hurdle. Transportation is an issue, but especially I'm fortunate enough to be born and brought up from a nature-based, concerned people around me, and also the village has lots of nature, enthusiast people. So that's something that really inspired me to, keep going, building the cabin, and also the positive that people, showed in the cabin. And also, I think it's there are the hurdles and the problems that I should say is that many people are not used to wild, and also many people are not really used to the wild animals, especially the wild animals, and the wildlife. So I think many people afraid that. So some people usually keep on asking me, like, are there lots of snake? Are there lots of leeches? For me, I consider them like, I used to tell them, like, please consider them as a friend. They don't harm unless they sense danger. Yeah.
Well, very interesting. I think, like I said, I'm definitely coming to experience that wildlife as well. Anyway, thank you so much. Now moving on to Sir Candy over here. Thank you for representing your club, the Gear Chills. We are very happy to have you here as one of our panelists. So yeah, on behalf of the Gear Chills, could you like share us the initial challenge that that your team also like faced in cultivating a cycling culture in Nagaland, also like particularly in shifting the public perception and also the building the trust in such a non-traditional initiative?
Yeah. If I be honest, everyone faced challenges in their own things, and then related with cycling, the people have always been so positive with that. The villagers, and then the elders, they have always supported us by financially, and then some village they have offered their village area for events. So on that, in other side, it has always been so positive. And then the other challenges is that regarding the cycling infrastructure, most of our people doesn't know about the cycling. When they hear about the cycling, they think about like it's only about health and regular cycling. But cycling is a very professional sport. It is included in Olympic. You can make cycling as a career, but then many people are not aware of that. So yeah, and then in Nagaland we don't have equipment, and then the cycle stores. For small things we have to go to Guwahati. We have to grab those our equipments and all. Yeah, those were the challenges. Yeah.
Right. I mean, I think when it comes to cycling, right, it is like an adventure like tourism also. It's very different. So from a very regular, how a tourist, like to a trek also. So I'm sure you have overcome the structural basis as well, the barriers. So starting an adventure tourism movement without any without any formal infrastructure, what were some of any institutional or maybe I know you have mentioned about the financial support also, but any financial or maybe a societal barriers that Gear Trails had to navigate?
Yeah, maybe related with the tourisms.
Yeah,
Okay,
tourism.
so when it comes to tourisms, cycling, it has lots of potential. And then, as in, I'm lucky enough to have both of, my seniors. I'll just call it seniors. Yeah, so they've been running, a very fantastic cabin, and then homestay, and then luckily they are in the main tourist area, which is in Khonoma, and then Khonoma. When it comes to cycling, you can in tourisms you can extend by renting a cycle, which can attract to tourists. And then when we pedal, in 4-wheelers and then in 2-wheelers we get different view. Okay, and then when you pedal through village areas, you get to know more about your culture, about other culture, and then yeah, and then some local. There will be lots of job opportunities for the locals, as in tour guide. They can be the tour guide. They can do this stuff.
Well, thank you so much. So, hi sir. So how's your journey been like from Khonoma to Dimapur?
Thanks to the government, it's quite smooth now.
Yeah, well, are you coping up well with the weather?
Yes.
Well, yeah, thank you so much for coming all the way from Khonoma to here. And yes, we're very excited to our discussion. So what really, I was asking Aki Kebin also, and then the Gear Trails, right? So what was the inspiration behind, the founding of the Naga Bivouac? And how did this vision really take shape within a traditional village like Khonoma?
Yeah, so it's a very long story, I should say.
Yeah, please.
But I'll start from scratch. Actually, I'm a tourism student.
Okay.
I did my MBA in travel and tourism. So that's how it started. But why in Khonoma? Is that all my other friends are in metropolitan cities and working in some other companies. But I decided to come and stay in my village and establish Naga Bivouac. So people used to ask me often, what is Naga? And then bivouac.
Yes.
So bivouac is a German word pronounced in French. Bivouac meaning temporary encampment. So the objective of Naga Bivouac is to let people, our guests, come and experience with us in their short span of time during their travel. So that's how Naga Bivouac came in. And then, see, Khonoma is very blessed, I should say.
Yeah, it
and
is.
we are very close to Kohima, the state capital, and as well as, I should say, close to airport also. Now it's only taking 1.5 hours.
Yes.
So that's, if we compare with other cities, it's close, I should say. So Khonoma is very blessed. And then, while I was studying, it bring back lots of memories during my days while I was in Khonoma, because my house in Khonoma is right in the center of the village, where many of us might have seen when we come to Khonoma. There's a big muzzle loading gun.
Yes.
Yeah, that is my house. That is my traditional house. So from our childhood, we have been seeing tourists coming to Khonoma.
Yes.
So that also gives me opportunity, I should say.
True.
The idea of being into tourism. And also I studied. So at first I was working with an NGO in establishing ecotourism destination. All of us must have heard about Zaleke village.
Yes.
So Zaleke village is one of the first community-based ecotourism destinations in Nagaland, in organized way.
Right.
So that I was the first project coordinator there. And then after that, I left that organization, and then I established Naga Bivouac. And that is how it is till now. 2013, I came back in Nagaland. And 2015, I established. And it's been 9-10 years now. So I conduct different types of tours, but we can discuss it later.
Yeah, sure. I think to begin with the name that you have to you come up with this. I think that is a very smart marketing strategy as well. Because even me, while I had to research on it, me and our team were really thinking about what made this person come up with this name as well, because it's very different from how our Nagas has the homestays names and well. But yeah, and then hearing your story is very fascinating. I'm sure so you have had such a fun, your childhood memories also. So, and also really looking forward to maybe after this discussion, if I'm fortunate enough to come and visit Khonoma, and then maybe so you can take us a tour of all the tourist places for us. Anyways, sir, that now that you talked about that, Khonoma was a tourist attraction place, right? And you have seen tourists coming in, going out. So how do you balance that ecotourism demands with preserving the authenticity of Naga culture and the village life?
See, frankly speaking, it's really tough. If we see in our villages now, all our youths are going out.
Yes.
And then what we say and then what we write and what we practice is very difficult. So, for example, these days we don't use any more morungs. All our Naga tribes have morungs, but in a morung, people go and learn our traditional stories and our culture, our history. But that is not practiced anymore. So in order to maintain the culture, the tradition, it's not easy anymore. But we have come up with some idea, or I should say, in a sustainable way, I should say that the young people come together and then learn the cultural songs which are dying and cultural dances. We teach to the young people who are doing some other profession, because tourism is still, I should say, is low in Nagaland.
Very much.
That is also a problem to us in order to maintain the present trend of attracting tourists. So that way, we teach we learn from the elders and then show to the tourists. Somehow they earn some money, and then we preserve and conserve our culture, tradition by that, and also show to the tourists. So that also plays an important role in my village, I should say.
Well, we are getting back into that discussions later. But yes, now it's Pele. You have mentioned that, with the support of the community also, that's starting up the Aki cabin. But I want to go back again to the community responses to when you initially started the idea of Aki cabin. Were there any skepticism, or maybe how were the support from the community?
To be frank, I should say, like Neikedolie has mentioned, like I'm very fortunate to be born and brought up from Khonoma. So people are, really supportive actually, even in the beginning, and also even building the cabin itself. Like many of my friends helped me, like either in construction, either in wiring, either in designing, or like helping anything. Many friends helped me like free of cost, So that's how I was able to even build the cabin also, and also coming up with the name of Aki Cabin. Actually, I was thinking of naming the cabin, but I was not able to come up with any name. And then one day, a friend of mine, he said, just make it Aki Cabin, because it's A shape, so it's A shape. So like make it Aki means my house, Iki means the A shape house, or maybe a cabin, you can do that. So I said, okay, then I'll do it. So yeah, the positivity is really good in my circle and also among the communities as well.
Yes, Aki Kebin, because in Sumi also, Aki means house, right? So I was like, okay, house,
Yeah,
house
so a
Kebin.
house.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
blends
Many
in
people
well.
ask that, like, what's the meaning of Aki Kibin? I mean, people from outside the states. So I said that Aki Kibin is just an A-shaped house.
A simple way,
Yeah,
A-shape.
yeah.
Very interesting. Thank you. Yes, coming back to gear chills again. So yeah, the Gear Chills Club, right? A movement that you started. Were there any moment that, like you thought like, okay, is Nagaland really ready for this movement, or, what motivated the team to persist in the face of the uncertainty? Because when it comes to cycling, I think cycling is very new to our people, very ignorant also. So yeah, did you like ever had a time, the members together, like, okay, maybe like this is going to be a hard time for us, or were you conscious about the audience's responses, criticisms?
Yeah. So there was a time when I myself, I'm a professional cyclist, and then I've been through lots of things, not being able to support myself, and this and that stuff, and then moreover, we don't have, like I've mentioned, we don't have enough infrastructure, the equipment, this and that stuff. So yeah, there was a moment when we thought like maybe our state is not yet ready for that, but then me and my officials, we had a talk, and then we were like, no, we shouldn't be doing this, because we were we were in that positions back then, and then where there was no help for us. So why will we put another person in that same positions? Instead we can take that negative point as a positive, and then we can amplify, and then we can guide them so that they won't be in that positions. So yeah, and then we have always been so supportive to our members, and then we have never said that we never, as in whole club, we never thought that we are not ready for this. That we were always like there is always problem, but that doesn't mean that there is no opportunity, or like there is no way to get out. It's good to have problem. We get to learn from it. Yeah, we get better each day. Yeah, so that's it.
Yeah, I personally like have seen how Gearchas has like really step out of the comfort zone and really, like coming up with initiatives, engaging with the youth also. So yeah, coming back to the tourism, okay, Gearchas, this is your question again. So from the perspective of Gearchas, how can cycling and adventure tourism be developed as powerful tools for the youth engagement, the sustainable employment, and maybe a community transformation, not just in Nagaland, but also in Northeast?
Yeah. See, I have some of my friends. They've been running that cycling business, like as in like tour guide. They've been organizing certain expenditures. In Shimla. And then with that cycling, we can organize here in Nagaland, say like in Khonoma, Khonoma to Zeliki to that Peren, or Kapumuzu. So there's lots of potential with that, and then we have already collaborated with Kapumuzu.
Okay.
And then last year, and then it was a race. I came up, second runners up. So yeah, and then riders from Meghalaya, Assam, they have joined, and then they wasn't aware of that. I was very shocked that they wasn't aware of that Kopumuzu.
Okay.
So through cycling, they got to know about Kopumuzu,
Yes.
and then there was people from that Shimla. They texted me, and then they were like, "Oh, bro, this is in that Mumbai, or I think there's one place in Mumbai similar to that."
Okay.
Mumbai or Bombay,
Very
similar,
interesting.
yeah. So they were like, "Oh, is this place in Mumbai?" No, I was like, "No, this is in Nagaland."
Nagaland.
So they was like, he started googling. So on after 1 week, he visited Kupumuzu and then he went back. So yeah, so this is another way of exploring, tourism attractions, yeah. And then by building up the trails, cycling trails. In cycling, we have different type of disciplines. DH, downhill, cross country, road bike, BMX, this and that. So for the downhill, we used to build trail for that, and then we have already built with Sitikama, all village nearby Patkai. So yeah, and then with that trail, many of our friends or like mutual friends, they visit Nagaland for tour or this and that, and then they rent a cycle and then they go for that trail. So they get to know about the old village of Sitikima, and then
Very
as well as the Patkai waterfall.
Yeah.
And then Sitikima old village has a very beautiful viewpoint, and then many only few people knows about this.
Hi. I mean, I'm also getting to know that now.
You can see the highway, the highway which it connect to the Patkai. I mean the Assam.
Oh,
So yeah, you can enjoy the landscape. It has a very beautiful landscape, but then only few people knows that. So yeah, with that cycling, many people have came to know about this, the view, and then this and that. Yeah.
Maybe after the discussion, we'll have a discussion to go about this, the viewpoint. So now that the two of you are seated together, so now that we're talking about the cycling as a tourism attraction also, sir. So the questions to both the sirs. So do you see any collaboration maybe in the future where to boost our ecosystem here with the tourist, along with the cycling adventure? Are you looking for, now that you're seated here, you're talking about it, are you thinking of any, okay, maybe we can start something, with nothing yet?
Yeah, we can do it because see,
Yeah.
thanks to Edu Center for inviting all of us to this platform.
Yes.
And I think we should organize, in terms of tourism, I should say,
Yes.
that we should promote each other.
True.
See,
Very important.
I've been in industry for 10 years now. I'm a tour operator.
Yeah.
And only a handful of the Nagas are actual indigenous Nagas, I should say,
Yes.
are doing this tourism business.
Yes.
And see, he's from Khonoma, I'm from Khonoma. But we are saying so many about Khonoma, but we Khonoma people are the only people who are really doing tourism in terms of tourism business.
I think.
Yeah, so 5 or 6 of us are professional tour operators. We do B2B. So we bring from other states, other countries. And only a handful of us are doing the real tour operation works here in Khonoma. Others are, if we dive into tourism is also a very wide scope. So we say it's agents. But agents are just an agent of like him. He is into adventure tourism, but it's only into cycling.
Yes.
And like as I said, because of him, I'm diving into it.
Yes.
But like him, I don't know him before.
True.
So why don't we collaborate?
Exactly.
I also take my guests to Aki Kibing. So, for example, if I know him, why won't I? And then actually we are in search of cars, like 4x4, Toyotas, Thars, Fortuners. We don't get here. Even in Guwahati also sometimes we find it difficult. And then for cycling. So why don't we Nagas come together and then promote our own self in creating the platform to develop one another.
Very true. I think that is like one of the motive as well for our talk series, bringing the panelists together, connecting, and networking is really important. And if you're in a business, you're running your own, it's very important to network, connect with people, and then that way you help one another and growing together. And now Nagaland, we're evolving, we're emerging with the new standards also. So yeah, really hoping that something hopeful will come out after the discussion. So yeah. Yes, so coming back to you, sir. I know we have talked about Khonoma's positive, the advantages. So any, like any disadvantages that you like had to face in promoting Khonoma, or maybe the surrounding areas as the ecotourism destinations for the tourist?
Yeah, so many problems I should say. And then
Please.
as a community,
Yeah.
we are facing lots of problems. And then the first thing I should say, there are so many other things, but the most important thing is marketing. Yes, marketing. We Nagas are very poor in marketing. So in terms to sell our destinations. And when we come to Khonoma, we are saying lots about Khonoma, but see in social medias, in YouTubes and vloggers these days, it's very popular that Khonoma is bending vloggers not to come to Khonoma and all. But we have our own this thing. We are not there to fight with someone or quarrel with someone. Yes. But I'll tell you very clearly, Khonoma was not built in 5-6 years. Yes. We have been preserving, conserving by our forefathers until date. Yeah. And I'll tell you, community conservation for us in Nagaland, I should say, very near to the proximity of the village in the Leke area, Khonoma have a very good community for us. And those are not done by us. Okay. We, present generation, are living only by our past glories. Sure. So we are trying our best to conserve and preserve our village, our traditions, our heritages, and our forests. We want it to give it to the next generation. Yes, so how can we sell in our generation? And Khonoma is not a place for content creation, content creators.
True, true.
Because see, these days, I'm from a village, but from a host point of view, I'm telling that. Yeah. But like such kind of things also, we face difficulties. And then, for example, like see, I'm from a village, but if I want to bring a person, that also hampers me. True, true. And people say that you are from Khonoma, you are not allowing us to come again. Yes. And then I have to follow what the villagers have said, and I want to promote my village. Yeah. So those things happen. Yes, so I'm mixing from a host point of view and from a tourism business point of view as a tour operator. But those are the things which hampers us. But it will go on, and then we want to conserve and preserve our village, and then want to give it to the next generation. We are just only the guardian of Khonoma. Yes. It belongs to every one of us. Yes. So, but people have to respect that. True. I cannot just come to your house, your bedroom, and do vlogging. Yeah. Yeah. Just
disrupting the
Yes,
whole.
yes.
Yeah. Coming back to that, I think I want to also focus on the hornbill during the hornbill season. I mean, Khonoma and Zilike, because there are certain that happens there, right, in the villages as well. So, are there any challenges that you face, like solely focus on during the hornbill seasons? Like, is it like Sir has mentioned, we are really going to stay strong to preserving and conserving the Khonoma village, the pride, the traditions. So, are there any like specific disruptions that take places during hornbill festivals?
See, I'll tell you. Besides hornbill, we are a regulated tourism destination. Okay. So, if you read in social medias, some vloggers, some YouTubers will come and say that some people, you are allowing some people to come and vlog it, so you are allowing us not to do it. Those questions comes in. True, true. Khonoma is closed on Sundays. But if someone's come, we cannot say don't come. True. He has already come to our village, and it's not in our culture also. Yeah, not to just we'll say that don't come. True. If our office is not open, we can never say that don't come. So in such times, we have some office managers who looks after our office. And we provide all, our guides are available. So since it's a regulated village, it's compulsory to take a local guide to go around the village. Yeah. So that is how we manage in hornbill time also. Okay. So during hornbill time as well as other times, our office is open. And then from the office, it manages the tourism, which comes to Khonoma. So that's how it is going. In between, since many people come, one or two may come with their problems. But doesn't mean that it's spoiling the whole Khonoma. So we don't have time to go and quarrel or debate with someone in keyboard warriors.
True, true, true.
Yeah, can I add one point? Yeah, so mentioning about the problems that happening in Khonoma, and also like being a tourism hotspot destination in Nagaland, it's a very hotspot even in either in negative or positive, right? So like also, obviously even the takeaway from the villagers, I think not everyone wants tourists to their village, right? Even though there are some tour operators, there are tour guides, homestay owners, who wants to bring tourists to the village, explore the rich culture and also the beautiful village. But also there are on the other side, there are some villagers who doesn't like tourists,
Yeah.
right? So we need to balance it. And also, like in the recent time, I think many people have seen articles coming out from Italy that like Venice and places like that are, with overcrowded with tourism.
Yes, yes,
They
yeah.
want to, decrease the tourism inflow.
Yeah,
So
I
something like that,
definitely-
even in Khonoma, many people doesn't like tourists. So especially he was mentioning about the vloggers, right? There are some vloggers who just, roam around, enter any house they want.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah, take video anywhere they want, and also like pluck fruits anywhere they like. And some people, especially I think almost every villages in Nagas will have that. There are some certain places where females are not allowed.
Yes.
There are some certain places where males are not allowed. Yeah,
True.
so they do whatever they want. They don't roam around with guides. So those are the problem creators actually. So that is something that it's very hard to tackle it, but
Tackle it,
also
true.
still then we are trying our best. But
Yeah.
obviously there'll be negative every time,
Of course.
anywhere. So, but yeah, we are hopeful that tourism will be in a good flow.
Yeah, in a very respectful manner also. Because like I said, we Nagas are very well known for our hospitality also. But again, talking about, so sorry to interrupt. Yeah, but talking about the content creators and the vloggers, I think they should be very respectful because we're welcoming them already in our place, right? And then, sir, please continue. I'm really sorry to interrupt.
No, just adding up to your,
Yeah.
adding up there, like since we are known for our hospitality, many people take advantage of that.
Yes,
Yeah.
even
So that is something that,
Yeah,
we are taken for granted.
yes, I think we're very fortunate to like have a discussion like this now because we're able to address these issues, and then with the upcoming events, I'm sure now people are all looking up for what is going to happen now in Nagaland. So the right time for us to discuss. So thank you so much once again for being part of this discussion.
It's a pleasure.
So now coming back to sir, your tours and services that you're operating, right? So what impact has it been so far that you have observed in your own community, your village community? We have talked about the challenges, we have talked about the hurdles, right? So now let's talk about how the local community have been directly involved into promoting the tours and services, and also what impact have you really observed from the people, from your own people?
See, since like even Pele, the Akiki being, or like me, or like other people who are from tourism business in
sector, yes,
Khonoma,
yes.
we are a community-based ecotourism destination. So we depend upon the community. The community community participation is there. So one plus point of Khonoma is that people are aware about conservation and about tourism. And we speak lots about ecotourism.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is that I'm impacting them. I mean, we, the stakeholders, are impacting from the community because of our community participation. So, see, if we see ecotourism, there are some components in ecotourism. So, if we see ecotourism, like community participation should be there, conservation have to be there, conservation of forests, and preservation of our culture heritage should be there. So, all those things is there, but by default, I should say, those are everything in Naga and in Khonoma is there. So those components is there, and that's how the tour operators or the tourism stakeholders from Khonoma are impacted from our community.
Yes,
So be it in culture, be it in tradition, heritage, people are not coming to only stay in his house,
Yes,
or
true,
not
true.
my true
True,
Naga Bivouac.
yes.
But it's because of the village they are coming. So all our tourism activities are coming to the community. So that is how we are enjoying. And thanks to our forefathers, we have conserved and preserved our forests.
Yes.
So that ecotourism came in. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's been a very interesting session for me now, and I'm also very excited. I really hope that, I wish we had the whole time to us. We can just go on discussing about it. But yeah, now let's get back to gear chills. Now that we have discussed about our ecotourism, right, about our tourists coming in, also, so what do you have to say about, do you think it's like says mentioned it, all these components has already been there within us, but then do you think the lack of our younger generations also the lack of, educating themselves, or the lack of preserving. Because now with the impact of the westernization, the Western culture, the young generations are really implementing, right? What do you have to say about it? Like, does it play a role in the tourism?
For me, yeah, it does play a big role in younger generation, because after, just say like after me there will be another person. So if that person's lack of with those knowledge, then
Yes.
I don't think it will be a bigger future. So yeah, it plays an important role.
Yeah. Anyone would like to supplement, like, do you think, like, I mean, I might be wrong here also, but I think we need to have a subject on, we do have this environmental studies book, but then I think there need to be a specified focus on also the educating our younger generations on how to preserve, our culture, our traditions, our ecosystem. Do you think that should be applied, like, solely focus? Because back in our forefather days, like, you had the morang houses where the young women and men were educated, right? So do you think that should be also implemented in the new education policy? Or I don't know if it's there or not. I might be wrong also, but kindly please correct me if I'm wrong.
Even me, I'm not aware of it. Even me, I might be
yes,
wrong.
yes,
Yeah, also, but I think that is very important as well. But also, the youths, their participation also needs to be, more, and also their urge to learn needs to be more, because there are many people who say like, I'm Naga, we are do this, we are this, we are that, but still then they don't want to go and beg and learn things that their forefathers have been doing.
I mean,
So
Naga Mano say, but
yeah,
then we
yeah.
don't know anything about it.
We just say that we are Naga, but we don't act Naga,
True,
we don't do Naga things. So I think that is also a participating that both sides needs to be done. Yeah, and I think it should be included in our co-curricular activities as well. Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah.
So would you like to?
Yeah, actually, I'll give a good example.
Yes, please.
All the Nagas, I should say, regarding to the question, everyone should go to Tungsang, which is run by ECS, Illiterate Christian Society. So there is a place called Sochem.
Okay.
So Sochem is like a room for them.
Acha.
So the system is that the young ones in the village, they'll all go to Sochem, the Morung. They learn their traditional craft, weaves, and then it's like a hostel.
Okay.
So, but since they're from the same village, they eat their food in their houses, but by time they come back to the school, to the hostel, they all sleep together, boys, girls and all. And then they learn their cultural games, traditional songs, and it's such a very good practice. Yeah, so combining with tradition and then education. So this is a very good example of how we Nagas should go and learn from Sochem in Tungsang, which is done by this ECS, Illiterate Christian Society. So if we can practice that, then we are in safe hands to conserve and preserve our cultural heritages. Yeah.
I think now after this discussion again, I'm going to go back to this village and research on. I think maybe with that also the stakeholders also can come up with an initiative like that, having an effective collaborations with the neighboring villages, also like for hotspot places like Khonoma as well. And then, not just Khonoma, but beyond Khonoma. And that will play a really vital role for our generations, our younger generations, to preserve and conserve and preserve our cultures, our traditions. So yeah, you'll be. Anyways, now that we have talked about the ecosystem, the ecotourism, now I want to get back to the core tourism and hospitality sections. So yeah, how do we define authentic hospitality in the context of our local culture, and how do we protect it from commercialization? Anyone can say. Yes,
I'll
sir,
try
please.
to give my best to answer that. See, when any guests come, we want to give them the best experience, and then the best food, drink, and whatever it may be, okay? But like as you said, in commercialization, we have to be very careful. So, for example, if the peer groups in a village or a community is having a festival,
Yes.
and when I bring a guest, and when the guest, of course, like in Nagaland, Hornbill is different, okay?
Yes,
Hornbill is
very
particularly
different.
organized only for the tourists who come and can join and whatever not.
Yes.
But in a village, for example, be it in Sumi Festival, example, And then, of course, we are very hospitable and we are very welcoming. But it's only confined to the community, I should say. But if a tourist go and experience with what should be only done by the community, then that's diluting.
That is.
And then I cannot give time, if you are a host,
yes.
and then if you go and mingle with the tourists, you will miss the festival.
True.
So that is very important, and then that's what we have experienced so many times also.
Okay.
So it has to be authentic. But like as I said, we can learn lots of things from Khonoma. We are both from Khonoma. We are saying so many things about Khonoma, but at least we have did something, I should say. Many people will get negative feedbacks after visiting Khonoma. Don't go there and whatever it may be. But we are preserving and conserving for the next generation.
Yes.
Even for the tourism also. So that is how it is. So even tourists, yes, we give them, we let them come and experience whatever it may be, but our authenticity have to be there. And then with regulated tourism in all our Naga villages, that there should be do's and don'ts before he or she comes. Please tell him or her that our guests see these are the festivals, what we do. Okay, food and drinks we can offer, but whatever things we have to be done, let us do it.
Yes.
And after that, they can also try it. But when it is during ceremonial time, or else like if you are giving time for your ceremonial time, I mean, though we are not pagans anymore, then it really spoils.
Yeah.
So in times of we Nagas love drinking, and for example, if we are spending with our peer group, and if a tourist come and join, and he is also enjoying like us, and then singing. If we sing, we want to sing with our peer groups.
Yes.
But if a tourist is there, I have to show him hospitality.
Yes, true.
And then I cannot sing with my guests, for example. No? So I also lost my cultural tradition, where I cannot also learn and cannot practice. So authenticity have to be there.
Very true, very true. Anyone would like to supplement on, sir? Well, yes, sir did mention about that, diluting our traditional values, right? So how can a local tour be, like the agents, the hosts, can be trained in a specific way without diluting our traditional values or, our traditions, our cultures, and, creating a one-size-fit models that you've already mentioned, but if you would like to supplement more into that.
Be informed. We have to inform our guests very well that why is he coming, what is the purpose of his visit. So if he can inform, because those people who are coming for specific purpose, they respect us. But those tourists who come here
just for the sake
of coming, they do whatever they like. And then these days, not only in Nagaland but all other destinations, everyone is talking about responsible tourist. So I think a responsible tourist will understand and respect the place. So if it's a responsible tourist, then he will understand. So he'll give space for the host, as well as in the meantime he will enjoy. And then have a good experience, nice experience.
True.
One thing that I want to add up in that is I'm not really a fan of that solo travelers. Not that responsible tourism solo travelers, but those solo travelers and all those solo people or anyone who travels just to get fame, and also who just go anywhere they like, sleep anywhere they like, pitch their tent anywhere they like. Those are the things that are diluting even the tourism inflow as well. So I'm not really a fan of people who are really doing videos, because even with the trend of Instagram and social media, everyone wants to be a vlogger or an influencer, and just take out the camera, go anywhere they like, do any video they like. And also many people do video to get attention, right, to get more views.
There's so many people.
So those are the problem creators actually. So I'm not really a fan of those people. And also, since social media is a very powerful tool, it can be very negative, it can be very positive. And also, being from a filmmaking background, I know how to cut the part that I want to take, right? I know how to make myself right in the social media. But in the real world, he might be wrong, right? So we need to be very careful with social media as well. And also, that's how it's affecting the local communities as well.
Very important point. I think that we need to really, first of all, we have to be very informed, well informed, educate ourselves. That is what our Nagas, the younger generations, I don't know what is wrong, but we're missing out on it. We're becoming very ignorant also, na? Very disrespectful to our very own cultures also, our traditions. Anyway, I want to also talk about the operations of a tour service, how it runs, the agencies also. So are there any licensing on registering for registration requirements for tour guides or maybe the hotels, the homestays that is operating within Nagaland?
Yes, very much. So the Department of Tourism, Government of Nagaland, they give a license for tour operators, for travel agents, and then for guides as well, which are certified government guides. And then yes, the Ministry of Tourism, Government of India also gives certification for homestays, B&Bs. Many of us, we say B&Bs, we don't know what is B&Bs. So homestay, our concept of homestay is also different, but I want to stress there. So for homestays, B&Bs, hotels, resorts, they give license. So in our state also, first, if a person wants to be a tour operator, now the policy might have changed. Earlier it was a little bit easier, but because there are lots of registered tour operators from Nagaland which are just registered by the name. So we don't do. We have to have a license from the government agents, and then we also have to know what is a travel agent and what is a tour operator. So we have to know that also, and then a guide, a licensed guide, which is also issued by the department.
Okay, coming back to the gear trails, sir has also mentioned about the licensing, the registration, for a guide, right, a tour guide. So how can an adventure-based tourism like cycling or trekking be developed without harming the local ecologies?
Yeah, that it is very important to guide the tourists. For like I have mentioned about regarding the rental cycles, tourist visitings to the village. It is very important. Without a proper, suppose I'm from I'm from Nagaland, and if I go to Karbi Along, so I don't know the whole the rules and regulation about the Karbi Along. So it is very important for the locals, for the villagers to put a signboard or to be tour guide available for the tourists, to guide them, so that I will know, so that the tourists will know about the guideline, those do's and don'ts. They will know, and then responsible one, they will be more aware. Yeah, likewise, we can go ahead.
Well, another question to that, adding to it. So, in what way the adventure tourism contribute to both, economy, also in education, especially for the younger generation and in the rural areas?
Yeah, for the adventures. So since I am from cycling background, so I'll just talk about the cycling.
Please.
And then for cycling, say it has lots of potential, and then it's an open market, and in Nagaland, not in Nagaland, overall in India, is a very fresh market, I should say. So it's when it comes to cycling, it creates lots of opportunities. Say homestay, they'll bring through cycling, there will be customers, and then
Clients,
clients. Sorry, and then cafe. Yeah, there will be something customers and all. Yeah, so and then tourist guide, those locals tourist guide, young stars. They can do it as a part time, and then they can make money from it. They can do it with pocket money, and then so likewise.
So, would you like to add into how the adventure, the tourism can also play a role, especially for the homestays and the travel agents?
I don't know if that will add up to him, but I just want to ask a question.
Please,
Instead of you, I want to ask a question. Yeah, so cycling been I've seen some few cycling, and I've some few friends in that cycling, but it seems to be a very expensive, right? Even a small, even a small gear of a cycle costs a lot actually. Because I asked my friend, and so wow, that
Is this why people are opting for cars? Or how is it?
So it's really expensive if you really dive into cycling. But also, what is obviously it's an expensive one, and also there are some obviously cheap cycling as well. But what about what is your takeaway on that? Because we recently had an incident in Khonoma again. So there are some cyclists who are doing old Indian state.
Okay.
And then they just came in right in front of our Khonoma gate without any registration, without any notice. So we chased them away, and then they went back. They didn't do any vlog that time. I don't know, or
did you
maybe
know about
it's,
this?
I was on,
and then I don't know. I think you have seen that video because it's quite trending recent.
Okay, the world record.
The world record, yeah. So they took their cycle up to Zuku and they said it's world record. You know, they are the first person to take cycle. But many people have done that before that. Yeah, even me, my friend took cycle and I rode in Zuku Valley. So I knew it. Yeah. So what's your take away on all those people who are just like cycling all over the state, getting fame and stuff? Yeah.
For that, you know, I don't have much to say about it because some are doing those things with passions, and then like you have mentioned, some are doing it just for fame. You know, they're just going with they're just going with the flow. You know, and then with the Zuku Valley, my seniors actually Pekindibo, Atoba, Lungkumer, you know, they have been there. So the current person, they are not the first person. You know, Pekindibo, my seniors, Pekindibo, Atoba, and then Yangfo. I hope you guys know. Yeah, those people were the first person to be there, right there to explore the something cycling over in Zuku. Yeah. So,
I'll add to that.
Please.
Yeah, so I'm taking so much time, but it's a very interesting topic. See, this is why I'm saying B2B. See, for example, if these people are coming, they can have a B2B tie with you, if it's a cycling tour. True. So that can be informed, and then like as you were mentioning about Karbi Anglong, for example, it's better to have a cycling club there or cycling tour operator who runs there. So you know the trail, you know the people, you know where to stay, where to eat, all those things. So I think tourism policy plays an important role here with our Naga people, so that all these hassles won't come up, because we have had enough of issues in my village. That also, I'm a victim
Khonoma,
of
back to Khonoma again.
Yes, because I'm a victim of social media. This thing. See, Pele was mentioning, they just came and took my video and then cut the explanation part and put up the worst ones. They asked me, "Are you the king?" I said, "Yes, I'm the king." But I explained them that, see, in Naga society, especially with the Tenime group, we don't have kingship. We are a very democratic society from ancestral. But they cut those parts and then they put me, "Are you the king?" "Yes, I'm the king." So those things, I'm a victim of social media, so I know how it is to us. So I mostly I'm a tour operator, but we call it DMCs. I'm a DMC based in Khonoma. So we are called destination management companies. So I work on behalf of those companies which bring guests from other states, but I work on behalf of them. So I know that my product is coming. So I don't have to worry. I don't have to do marketing. So I organize trips and I do B2B. So like that's what I'm just adding to you. If a cycling trip is coming, for example, like Zuku, then you'll be informed that, see, you are my friends, you are not the first person who has taken Zuku to with cycle. So, and then instead you'll help them also. That this terrain is like this and whatever it may be. So I think tourism policy is very important, which is our stakeholders oriented, I should say. So there's entire Nagaland, because I used to travel extensively in Nagaland, taking my tours. So that is very required in Nagaland, I should say.
I think when it comes to policies, I think this is one thing we Nagas are very good at ignoring also. We don't like to educate, as I was mentioning earlier as well. And so, coming back to the very interesting topic that happened to you on the social media, would you like to give a message to those certain people who had to cut you off?
No, we Nagas are very trustworthy people. Nagas won't do like that, because it's a sin, I should say. We will never imagine how you get hurt. And then these days, social media. Of course, I was also growing. That was in 2017, 16, 17, while I was growing up. Now also, I'm still growing up. But I should say, it's very tough. And then, actually, I was the chairman of tourism community in my village. So I have to face so many issues. And then, being the chairman, I have to take the blunder. I cannot tell to anyone. I have to take the blames for not putting up the rules, regulations, or whatever it may be. So our Nagas won't do it. It's a sin. And we Nagas are very trustworthy people. So I'm encouraging all Nagas to see tourism is very interesting.
It is actually
very interesting profession. It's very wide also, it's very interesting. It's also a little bit technical, but it's very interesting. So yeah, we Nagas want to do it to other people.
Well, thank you so much. Coming back to the social media now, how has the social media like impact to? We were talking about diluting our traditions, our values. So the social media also play the role there, certainly, I'm sure. So Sir Pele, maybe you can just add us a little bit on that. How social media has played a role on the tourism sector.
For me personally, because I'm representing the cabin,
Yes,
yeah,
the Aki
social media creates a lot of platform, and also like it is the main tool of advertisement and also the promotion of the cabin. And also like 80-90% of the clients comes through social media. So that is a very, good thing that I should say social media if you use it wisely. On the other side, social media can also create a very negative impact, as was we are discussing. Yeah. So, but for me personally, social media, since I think I'm a little bit, I should say, expert in social media. Yeah. So like I can at least do things through social media and promote things. So that is also a very good advantage that we can take. And but obviously it can go negative way. And one example, I was saying we need to be very careful with the social media, and also like the victim of social media. So there was once, even that once in Khonoma again, a heated argument. There's one guy who he said that he's touring, even he's touring India with his own 19 something bike, Royal Enfield bike. So he came in our village without any information. He said he don't have money for registration. Registration is just 50 rupees. He said, I'll ask my mom to send the money. So I told him, why, if you don't have money, why are you traveling? And if you are traveling to a certain place, you need to at least give a little bit of economy to that village, right? So, and he was secretly taking video of me through GoPro, and I knew it. He's doing that, so I told him that you're taking video of me. I'll take a video of you, even though I don't do anything with that video. I just keep on recording.
Such an interesting incident.
So I said you're recording me, so I'll record you. If you post, I'll post this. Yeah, so that's how the video didn't come out, and then he went back.
Maybe so you could have applied that when the people came to record you. Maybe you could have tried how Sir Pele tried, like to record that person again.
But he's from the profession. I'm from the organized.
Well, yeah. True. So now that we're talking about the challenges of like tourists coming in, and also like how the impact that I've put up for our ecotourism also. So how do we deal with this over tourism? Is that like a problem that Nagaland should anticipate even before the tourists actually arrive, or how do you feel about it?
I'm taking so much of time. Let both of you answer that.
Yes, I'm also anticipating on Sir Pele to answer that.
Over tourism.
Yeah.
Since I'm very new to tourism, actually, like only 3-4 years yet, so I don't know. But for over tourism, I think it will take time for us to go with over tourism in Nagaland, because we are still very new, especially in Nagaland when it comes to tourism. Obviously, there are some few people who are doing tourism for a very long time, but still, for general people, tourism is very new, and especially for over tourism, I think it will take time. But instead of over tourism, I think tourism is exploiting Nagaland as well, like the culture, everything, because of our generosity and because of our hospitality, taking advantage of that. Because I'm sure everyone knows that, like when you go to social media, every vlogger, every influencer will say Naga are very hospitable.
Yes.
I can enter their house without even asking, or I can go to any house, they will invite me for dinner. But taking advantage to that, people are keep on coming. So that is, I think we are getting exploited with those people actually. So exploitation needs to be tackled, but over tourism, I think it will take. Just assumption.
Yes.
I might be wrong.
So would you like to supplement on?
Yeah, very much. It's very required.
Please.
Because our general people, we doesn't know where tourists mostly goes.
Yes.
Tourists mostly come to Zuku. After Zuku, they come to my village in Kohima.
Khonoma.
Yeah, Khonoma and Kohima and all. So the most number of tourists comes is Zuku. If you go and see Zuku, you'll come to experience how Zuku is.
Yes.
I don't mean about the beauty, but the other management part. It's of course they are giving their best to manage it, but that is how we Nagas are, I should say.
Yes.
So we have to be prepared. Tourists have not started coming. The most number of tourists, I should say, the Bengalis have started coming, but not much. Gujaratis have not started coming up. It won't, like as brother have said, it will take some time. One way it's true also, but we have to be prepared because our amenities are not up to the market. We are only a handful of hotels, and then yes, as I have been focusing again and again, we have to have a regulated tourism destination in all the villages.
True.
Otherwise, the tourists are going to exploit us. We don't want. I'm taking the example of Khonoma again, but if we don't have our rules, we don't want Khonoma to be like Kasol. We don't want Khonoma to be like Molailong, where a tourist just go and pee just outside your house. Do you want it to be like that in your houses? No, I don't think. So we have regulated tourism. So that's how we attract also. That's how we get negative feedbacks also. But that's how it is. So we have to be prepared before tourist comes. And now we are also in Asian Highway 1 is going through. And when it get through, all the situation of 10 to 15 years, it's not very far. So we have to be prepared with our amenities, with our services, with our professionalism to attract tourists. Yeah.
Thank you so much for beautifully addressing that. Yeah, I have a question for Gertrude as the adventure tourism. Are there any specific, like expansion of your project that you're looking forward in the future to enhance the tourism here?
At the moment, we are looking forward for the cycling trails. As in like in Kapumuzu, so we are planning for a DH trail where outside can come up. They can rent a bike. They can go for a trail ride. So right now we are focusing on that. So the talk is still going on. So let's hope for the best.
Are you trying to be very secretive about I'm not going to spill what my team is talking about? Well, anyway, thank you so much. As I said earlier, if we go on talking, we're not going to end up here. But everything has to come to an end. So now as we're coming to an end, I would like to ask this question to all of you. Put up a question: is tourism really the future of our Nagaland state, or is it just a stepping stone for us, for the people of Nagaland? Okay, sir, please.
Yes, I feel I'm from the profession. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
It can be a very huge economy boom for Nagas. So to be a homestay owner, it's not that tough, but you have to have a little bit of experience of how it should be. And then the government is giving its best, and then the other funding agencies, they're also giving its best. But yes, I can say that in the next 10 to 15 years, tourism will boom in Nagaland. That's what I see. And then with the right tourism policies, with the right amenities, and with the right professionals, where we can maintain and sustain our cultural heritages. And then, yes, we have focus on authenticity. We have to keep that. And then with tourists who comes to Nagaland, we should focus on those tourists who are responsible tourists. And then also, if a Naga is visiting to other Naga villages, we have to be all responsible in visiting each other's tribes so that our bondness can be there.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel about Naga future. Yeah.
Thank you so much. From the adventure tourism perspective, sir.
Okay, so from the adventure tourism perspective, for me, it's a very positive, way. Like I have mentioned before, it opens lots of opportunity for the people, locals, for the homestay, for the transportation, all those stuff. It creates lots of opportunities, and then the locals, like Sir have mentioned, the locals, it plays a very important role, in protecting our, culture. There are lots of, I'm not saying that most of them, but there are only few of them. If it happens to visit in, say, like to Khonoma, they don't respect their own lane. They don't set example to the people.
Yeah.
They just come, they just drink, they'll just throw the bottles. That shouldn't be the way to be showing to others. If I do the same thing, the outsiders will do the same thing. We have to set an example. So even if someone, an outsider tourist, do something bad, throws a bottle in the rivers or stream, you don't have to go and quarrel. You just pick that bottle and throw to the dustbin. You can set an example with that. So yeah, for me, young people, yeah, plays local peoples, they plays an important role with that. Yeah. So.
Very interesting perspectives. Thank you so much. Lastly, Sir Pele.
Yeah. So yeah, Nagaland is very still unexplored, and also bro was mentioning about adventure tourism as well. So I think even for adventure tourism, there are lots of potential. Say he was mentioning Kapameza. It's a very good spot for, especially for cycling. I don't know. I'm just assuming that cycling coming down to the Kapameza Peak, a really nice one. And I think there are some few trails even in southern Irangami areas, right? Yeah. So adventure tourism also in other parts like Wokha. There, I think they did some trails as well. So there are lots of places where the adventure tourism can still thrive, and also we can promote tourism because they are still very unexplored. But given the fact that I was mentioning that we shouldn't be exploited before the mass tourism comes in, because we are almost getting not almost getting exploited, but we are somehow in a way exploited in some way where tourism is getting exploited. So tourism should be, I think, right policies and regulation, rules and regulations should be coming up, even from the government and also from the communities. I think that will, we will have a very good tourism industry.
Yeah, with that saying, any message to the government of Nagaland and also to the audience? Would you like to put up? Any one of you can go ahead with it.
I don't know.
No message so far?
Maybe not just focus on Hornbill, and also focus on other places, and also being the hotspot, say Kohima district, we can also explore other places as well. Like we can try implementing a pilot project, not just like a full swing. And also when it comes to policy making, it should be like really well aligned with the communities as well. Because of just one example, especially in Saramati area, where they bought a very big project, still not very well maintained, I guess. So people who goes to trek Saramati, they prefer homestays, but they are coming with some big buildings there. So I think those are the things that even the government needs to look into, and also support the local communities and the people living in that area to promote tourism.
Thank you.
You want to?
Yeah, I'll just go. Move ahead.
So my message will be, I take opportunities, I should say. If no one is doing, that's an opportunity. We Nagas, we have lots of educated unemployed. So our Nagas are not doing tourism. Only the outsiders come and take the advantage of us and see us that these people are still not doing this profession. Why don't we go and implement there? So my message to the young people is that why should we focus only on giving competitive exams? Some of course, like if you're interested, you go for it. But in the meantime, why don't we dive into the professions which can create economy? So young people, tourism is also a very wide scope, and then let's not just depend on government. Let's all learn something and then do for our state and for the family. That's my message.
So well, thank you to the panelists. And yes, what a journey this session has been. From thoughtful hospitality to tourism rooted in culture and care and the adventure. Today showed us how local can go global sustainably. Huge thanks to our panelists and to our audience and to our collaborators, Aidan, NetFi, Government of Nagaland, and Entrepreneur School of Business. Let's keep building tourism that's proud, personal, and planet-friendly. Until next time, thank you.